Welcome back to the video, guys. My name is Everletcher, and today we are back with episode 3 of ranking every single card in Clash Royale. So today we're going to be taking a look at all of the rare cards. I believe there's 28 as well, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Someone can fact check me down below in the comments. Anyways, let's just go ahead and stop wasting any time and hop right into this. If you guys are a fan of Clash Royale videos or Clash Royale tier list, whatever it is, you might want to drop a subscribe on my video, on my channel, because this is all I really do, and let's just hop into it. So the first thing we have is going to be the Barbarian Hut. The Barbarian Hut is absolutely trash. It's not, okay, it's kind of bad. I'm just going to say it like that. It's not the greatest. It's just because it's 7 Elixir. If it wasn't 7 Elixir, there'd be so many other uses for it, but because it's 7 Elixir, nobody really uses it. That's why it's going at kind of but not too trash, because once again, I don't think there's any absolutely trash cards in the game. Next thing is a Battle Healer, and overall, the usefulness, it's not the most useful, but it's not bad, so we're going to put it in E tier. Also, with the E, we're also going to be throwing in the Battle Ram and the freaking, whatever the crap this thing's called, the Bomb Tower, just because Bomb Tower with that big revert, it's kind of trashed now. Honestly, yeah, let's move this thing down. It's kind of trashed now, just because, I mean, you can get good defensively against swarms, except for the air swarms, but overall, with the big nerf on it, it's not that good anymore. It's just really not that good. For our first gas card, we're going to be getting the Dark Goblin, or what are the crap this thing's called? I think it's the Dark Goblin. And this thing is absolutely insane. Great card, lots of usefulness for it. The super fast firing rate on this thing is great because if you place it at the bridge, you're essentially guaranteed at least one shot on the tower, which is great, and it's only 3 elixir. Over here in Almost Gas, we're getting the Earthquake spell, just because the Earthquake spell is really great defensively because, well, you're taking out the other team's defensive items, clans. I don't even know what I'm saying no more. But it's great. That's all I'm trying to say. It's great. Also, we have the actual freaking pump, which is absolutely crap. Hate it so much just because they made it 6 elixir a long time ago. Nobody has used it really since, and it just made it kind of a useless card. Next thing is the Elixir Golem, which I was going to put at gas tier, but because you have to be strategic with it. A lot of people don't know how to play it properly, and they just end up giving their opponent free elixir. So I'm going to put it at almost gas just because you do have to know how to play it. I absolutely love the card. That's why I was going to put it at gas. If you know how to play it, it is gas. But because so many people don't know how to play it, it's kind of difficult to learn how to play it properly. So I'm putting it almost gas. Number 2 for the gas is going to be the Fireball, just because the Fireball is one of the best defensive spells in the game. It can almost shut down basically any push for the most part. There's some that you can't, but overall, it shuts down a lot. It's great. Next thing is the Furnace, and the Furnace is going to be almost gas just because the freaking Fire Spirits are gas. They're freaking amazing, so we're putting that at almost gas. And we also have the Giant going in almost gas as well, just because it's not as useful as like a Golem would be, or freaking Electro Giant. It's just not as useful as those, so it's going in the almost gas category, but it's still a great card, and that's why it's going in almost gas. Next thing we have is going to be the freaking Goblin Cage, and I was honestly originally going to put it in kind of but not too trash, but my brother said, hey, it's actually pretty useful at higher levels and higher arenas, so we're putting it at the tier over there. Joining the kind of but not too trash is going to be the Goblin Hut. It's not a bad thing, but where I'm at least, I never see anybody use it. I haven't seen anybody use it in years. Like, actually, and I know spawner decks are coming back, so actually I am going to throw that in just because spawner decks are kind of coming back. I'm throwing it in along with the Heal Spirit as well, which is actually classified as a spell for some reason. I don't know if Supercell needs to change that or not, but it's technically a spell. Our only broken rare card is going to be the Hog Rider, just because the Hog Rider is kind of a no-skill card. I love the Hog Rider. If you love the Hog Rider, I'm not hating on you. I love it too. But, like, give credit where credit's due. It's not the most skilled card of the game. You basically just cycle it, and that's really about all you have to do with it for most decks. And almost gas, we have the Ice Golem, just because it's 2 elixir and great for distracting almost anything, unless you're me and you just can't place it properly. But it's great, along with the Inferno Tower, because it shuts down. It's great for shutting down almost any push. Balloons, it's out. Golems, it's out. Giants, it's out. Freaking P.E.K.K.A.s, it's out. Most things, it's going to shut down unless you get swarmed. But that's why you don't place it when you have nothing to help back it, just in case they do place a swarm on it. So, yeah, just don't be stupid. Mega Minion is also joining the almost gas just because it's freaking... It's like a freaking Sky Mini P.E.K.K.A. Just not as good as the Sky as a Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going in gas just because Mini P.E.K.K.A. is... It needs a slower swing speed or less damage. Because it does like the same amount of damage as the P.E.K.K.A., but it's faster swing speed, faster movement speed, everything. It's just overall, it's a little bit broken, but not quite, so it's going at gas. And joining it in gas is going to be the Musketeer, because Musketeer has been a top card ever since it joined Clash Royale at the very beginning. I don't think it's ever going to be a bad card. It's one of the most useful. Rocket, I was going to put a gas, but because it's 6 elixir, it's going into almost gas. I want to be very clear on that. My good old Royal Piggies is going and joining the gas club for this current update. Keep in mind, if you're watching this in the future, it might be different, but Royal Piggies joining the gas club just because they're so freaking useful, and it's just great. The three musketeers over here are going to be joining the Anker category just because they're a whopping 9 elixir. Whopping 9 elixir, it's a lot of elixir, and I mean, typically speaking, if you split them properly, you're going to get some type of value out of it, but half the time, the value is not too terribly. It's not too terribly good. It's not really worth it half the time. There are some people who know how to use it perfectly, and it's great for them, but overall, it's going in eh. Next thing we have is going to be the Tombstone, which is joining it in the Anker category, but the Valkyrie over here is joining the gas, because the Valkyrie is one of the best defensive cards in the game, and when it hits on the tower, it does a crap ton of damage. Wizard is almost broken as well, but not quite, so it's going in gas category. Once again, it's one of those cards that's almost basically always going to be good, unless you get like lightning or fireball and zapped with it. That's basically the only time the Wizard gets no, bye-bye. Anyways, lastly, the last card on this list is going to be the Zappies, and the Zappies is going to be joining the eh. Now, the Zappies are very, very useful, but overall, they're not as useful as some of these other cards in the game, so that's why it's going in the eh tier. Zappies are great. I love them a lot, and the stun is very helpful in lots of situations, but overall, you don't really need them as much as you don't need them. You find yourself not needing them as much as you need them. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, so hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, guys, that is going to be ranking every single rare card in Clash Royale, so comment down below what you think about this. Comment down below if you change anything, and if you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell notifications, because I'm getting more content out like this, because I personally love making content like this. With that out of the way, though, hope you guys all have a very blessed day. I'll see you next one, and goodbye.